I want to talk about our feelings because as men, that's what we should talk about.
Okay.
Always do.
When you think about this trade deadline, how do you feel? How does this feel for you from a Leafs fan perspective?
Oh, for the Leafs specifically?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed they didn't do something bigger.
So you wanted something bigger?
Yeah.
Do you have an area of that you wish they'd gone bigger in? What's the specific?
Trade Fraser Minten for Rasmus Anderson.
There you go.
I mean, if that was available to
probably wasn't. Steve, how do you feel?
You know, in a vacuum, I don't hate any of the deals. And as a finished product, I do think they improved the team as a playoff product. The real answer is my heart rate will not increase a beat until the playoffs begin.
Okay. Are you guys excited to just start talking hockey again? No more trades after?
I really am.
Yeah.
I really, really am.
Now we got all the teams, except for poor Phil.
Phil
Kessel.
Kessel not being signed.
That sucks. But now we got all the teams minus Phil Kessel. It's now just like who wins Stanley Cup. It's fun. It's
the
best time of the year.
First season since 2007, I want to say, that we were out without Phil in the NHL.
2006,
A non-Phil Kessel game?
I think.
It's a long time.
He was drafted 5th overall, and as a rookie, he missed 9 games because he had testicular cancer. That's it. Like, he missed like less than 20 games.
It's amazing.
Won the Masterton Trophy. At the end of his tenure with Boston, shoulder surgery, comes back. In his first game at the Toronto Maple Leafs, gets rocked by Matthias Holland, stays in the game. And it's a good thing he stayed in that game because he would not miss a game until he was healthy scratched by Vegas last season.
Crazy.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs, you're right.
His Iron Man streak is technically still alive.
Yeah. No, he's under. It has to be under contract.
Yeah,
Steve.
that's what I'm saying. It's alive, right?
Yes, it's alive.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. So it's technically still alive. He only missed playoff games.
So, okay, in theory,
Yeah.
if in 3 years Phil Kessel announces, I'm having a comeback,
Yeah.
and I've been doing all sorts of vitamins, and I'm better than ever.
Yeah.
He signs a contract, comes back, the Iron Man streak continues.
Yes. Yeah.
Phooey.
It doesn't cancel out just because he's a UFA.
Okay, here's the rule.
I think like no, it's ridiculous, but it's technically it still counts.
Here's the rule. No, that's ridiculous, but it's Phil Kessel, so it's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as it's
Good.
Phil Kessel.
Glad we established
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Do you guys have anything specifically that you're feeling passionate about? I just wanted to ask that question because we're closing in on an hour here. We've done a lot of on air today. And I just want to know if you guys are feeling like, I got to get this out.
Sneakily really liked what the Flyers have done.
Yeah. Sold and bought.
Sold and bought.
Eric Johnson's a good one.
Yeah, we were looking at the rumors heading into today, and we're like, I don't get it. Like, okay, don't deviate from the rebuild, but you're in a playoff spot. You can't just sell everything. They bought and sold. They sold more than they bought.
Okay.
Good stuff. Like what they did. Like some of the smaller ads the Rangers made. I was hoping for more there. Underratedly disappointing, the Canucks. They didn't sign Phil. Oh, we might.
They didn't do Gensel.
They didn't do Gensel. They didn't do Toffoli. Oh, we might swap Lindholm. Didn't do that.
No.
They didn't do any of the exciting stuff that we thought they might do. I know they did a lot of their work early, like with Zadorov and with Lindholm. Right now, maybe the lesson that they learned is, hey, we were in first place, and then we brought guys into the lineup while we were in first place, and it seemed to sort of screw everything up. So why don't we, because they're still good players, why don't we figure out what we got? We still have a few weeks, and then we'll head into the playoffs and hopefully win some games.
For like all the talk around the Canucks and everything, they really only did 2 deals. They did Nikita Zadorov in November is when that trade went down, and Lindholm in January 31st, to be fair.
And then tried to trade him.
Well, that's the rumor, but who knows how true that was or like what actual negotiations went on there if they took a look at the market. But they did those 2 moves, and they seemed set.
I want to know what the hell that team was who Linus Ullmark refused to get traded to. I want to know who the heck that was.
That's an interesting one.
It's because of geography.
Feels like Oilers.
Here's a geography lesson. There's 2 countries in the National Hockey League, and pretty sure only one team looking for a goalie.
Yeah, there's one Canadian team right now in a playoff spot that needs a goalie, and that's the Edmonton Oilers. Like, you guys,
pretty
I don't think there's enough. We need to hunt down which team this could be.
I think
Could be the Kings.
I want to know what you guys think about Stetcher, Dumba, and the Coyotes' moves.
They
got next to nothing.
I'm so disappointed for their fans. I'm so disappointed for hockey as a product in Arizona. We were, you know what, really hard on that organization for a long time. We still are, for valid reasons that I do not back down from 1 foot, 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter. Try to win games and stop being a disgrace. That was the only feedback that we had for a long time. Try to win games, and please don't insult our intelligence by trying to tell us playing in a college rink is anything but a catastrophe.
Sorry, you're a bully, Steve.
Oh,
why are you bullying hockey out of Arizona? Why is it your fault?
Yeah, well, the Canadian media.
You know what, Canadians, the bully Canadian media.
Steve, what do you think about Shea Weber making more than the entire Arizona Coyotes decor this season?
Like, aren't you embarrassed?
Shea Weber on IR this season is getting paid $7.8 million. Their entire decor is paid $6.5 million. Next season, currently for the 24-25 season, the Coyotes have 0 defensemen under contract.
0. Like, at what? I understand wanting to be flexible.
That's not a team.
But you're a noodle at that point.
No, you'll be there next year if you fucked up. You'll be there next year if you fucked up. Going to be a lot of July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th signing.
I bet Dursey gets a longer term deal. He's played well there. He has.
You know what? I bet he'll play well somewhere where they're trying to win. Like, again,
They have $5 billion in goaltenders, $10 million on defense, or something like that. This is with LTIR, right? And then, or sorry,
No,
is that well?
it's now it's been up 6.5 on defense.
Oh, because Dumba's gone.
Yeah, their goaltend. Yeah, if you you can't count IR because on IR is Brian Little, Shea Weber, Jakub
Brian
Voracek.
Little.
These aren't real people. Like,
Yeah, they're not players.
it's a joke.
No, sorry. The point I was trying to make is we were like, please try to win hockey games. Stop trying to pretend like playing in a college rink isn't a catastrophe. And the Coyotes came into the season and they went, okay, well, we can work on the first one. We're going to try to win some hockey games. And they go out and they add some guys and we all went, oh.
And they had a good start.
And they had a good start. And Connor Ingram, that's a pretty nice tandem. Clayton Keller's a really underrated player in this league. Sean Dursey's pretty underrated. They put together some nice streaks. They weren't an easy team to play. And then they went on this losing streak. And, oh, well, that's going to happen. You know, they tried. Like, oh, all right, you lost. I was as confident in the team as you were. I thought they were going to be in the playoff picture. They hung around for a while. They lost a bunch of games. They're done. Mm-hmm. Okay? Then this trade deadline comes around, and they go, here's some bullshit. Or no, not here's some bullshit. They go, here are several serviceable NHL players. Here's Troy Stetcher. Here's Matt Dumba. Here's...
Who else moved? There was somebody else.
There was someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason Zucker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What did they get for those human beings? Fart, and toot.
Yeah, total today, those are the only 3 players they traded off their roster. They got a 5th, a 6th, and a 4th.
And they save actual... Like, the cap is not a concern for them. I don't give a shit what money the Leafs spend. And I don't think anyone cares about what the Dallas Stars or Minnesota Wild or Vegas Golden Knights or Florida Panthers spend in terms of actual dollars. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't care as a fan. It's not your money. you should care about how they manage the salary cap, because that affects the team that you cheer for.
Yes.
And therefore affects the product that you watch and your enjoyment of it. So the Coyotes didn't like save cap space here. They save money. And if you're a Coyotes fan, I just want to know how that enriches your life today. It doesn't. They're right back where they were a year ago after we showed some optimism.
With a few more bottom line picks, they got like a 4th and a 5th and a 7th. And
Yeah,
like,
just read them all.
Season ticket sales dipped in Winnipeg and the friggin' commissioner showed up. The Coyotes are playing in a college rink for the 2nd straight year, and they're trying to spread the word that it's a good thing.
And by the way, they're on that front, they're further behind than they were last year. At least we had the Tempe vote to look forward to.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. We don't have that this year. They might be able to put a bid on a piece of land sometime. Like if you're going to play in the arena, at least make it fun for the audience that's going to be there. Like for the 5,000 people that are going to show up.
I just really, dude, like we cover sports for a living. You don't think it would have been interesting to cover like a magical Cinderella run for the Arizona Coyotes?
Oh.
Where Stanley Cup playoff games were being played in an arena of less than 5,000 people? That would have been the stuff of Disney movies. And they stink, and they're not really trying to recoup assets, and they're just saving money, and nobody who's not in Coyotes ownership should give a damn. That's the beginning, middle, and end.
They saved $10.3 million in salary cap hit. I wonder how much money that is in terms of like actual cash out the door that they had to pay to those 3 players.
None of it's going into my pocket.
That seems like a lot of the motivation for just getting a 4th, 5th, and a 7th to move those guys.
You know what? There's lots of teams out there trying, and I'd rather talk about them.
Can I ask
You know
about
what I
this?
mean?
Can I ask about this?
We're well past the time you wanted to go, Adam.
I know. I just want to ask one more thing. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. How do you guys feel about the fact that on deadline day, and this is a real short one, these guys have made moves, but on deadline day, the New York Islanders have not made a move in 4 years.
In 4 years?
Under Lou Lamoriello.
Lou Lamoriello.
They did bring in Horvat, they did bring in Engvall, they did bring in Peugeot, like in February, but never on deadline day.
Lou Lamoriello loves suits, clean-shaven faces, and his brand. That dude, I mean, a lot of teams make mistakes on this day. Are they a buyer?
They're nothing.
They're not a buyer. They're not a seller. So let's sit on our hands and shave. And that's what they did today. I actually don't hate that. And also, just for meme purposes, Lou Lamoriello makes me laugh, so I enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it might be the right thing to do based
You know what
on
they
like
should have done? Sign Phil Kessel.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
based on the prices you have to pay just because there's pressure on deadline day, even though like today the prices were dirt cheap, it's probably the right thing to do based on the past about, hey, let's not overpay for this guy and just wait till the summer when things are a little better, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.